All right, what we're going to do here is just really look at the earning potential with the EPX compensation plan. We're going to base this all off of just a single product. Now, obviously, if people buy 2 or 3 products, that's going to double or triple your income. But we're going to go through several scenarios, go through the matching bonuses, the matrix, all of that type of information, and show you the income potential here with the compensation plan. And again, we're just going to base it on a single product purchase. So the first thing, just to explain, again, there's a 4x5 matrix that pays 5 levels, 2.5% on your first 2 levels, 5% on levels 3 and 4, and 20% on level 5. So just to simplify that, you make $1 per person on levels 1 and 2, $2 per person on levels 3 and 4, and $8 on level 5. Now again, I guess I should explain that a little bit better. Per product purchase. So it doesn't matter if there's a person there. You're only paid on product purchases. So $1 on the first 2 levels, $2 on 3 and 4, and $8 on level 5. Now if you want to see the earnings potential of the 4x5 matrix, it's very straightforward and fairly simple here. On a single product purchase, a full matrix of 1,364 positions, remember those are filled through spillover, personal enrollments, and downline enrollment, so everybody's working together as a team in order to fill those 1,364 positions. A full matrix with a single product purchase is going to pay $8,852 per month. That's basically the base plan. And just to put this into a little bit of perspective, most compensation plans average somewhere between 3 to maybe 7% of the volume. And this base plan, that 1,364 people purchasing $40 is about 54,000 in volume, and just the base plan you're making $8,800, which is close to 20%. When you include the matches, it's actually paying just about 20% of the volume. So again, as far as getting to a 6-figure residual income, that can be done in our compensation plan with as little as just a little over 50,000 volume per month. In most plans, it takes over 100,000 per month to get to that type of income. So again, that's just the base plan, but it's important that people understand it's also what the matches are based off of. So the matching bonuses that you earn from 25% and 12% generational matches are based on what they earn in their 4x5 matrix. So we're going to look at a couple examples here of the matching bonus. Now this is kind of a near perfect example. Again, a full matrix pays $8,800. So we're going to say you have a full matrix, and the average earnings of the 1,364 people in that matrix is $8,000 per month. So how that would work, the $8,000 on your first level, you make 25%. That's $32,000 in volume, and of that you would make $8,000. On your second level, there's 16 times the $8,000. That's $128,000 in commissions earned, of which you make 12%. You carry that down to the 5th level, and you're making over $1.3 million per month. So again, that just shows simply by enrolling 4 people and teaching them to do the exact same thing, and they're just purchasing one product, you can make a tremendous income. And in the part 1 video, when I explained, if you understand just the simplicity of this plan and just the guaranteed minimum check, enroll 4 people, get your product for free, teach them to do the same thing, if that continued on, this is the type of income that you would be making. So again, there's definitely money to be made in this compensation structure. But obviously not the majority of people are going to make $8,000 per month and have the matrix nearly full. Maybe on average it would be pretty significant if they even had their matrix 10% full and was making 10% of the potential income, or around $800 per month. That's still going to put you at over $131,000 per month in residual income. And again, we're only talking about the matching bonuses here, and we're only talking about you just sponsored 4 people. Obviously, if you sponsor 5 or 6 or 10 or 20, that increases the income potential dramatically because of the matching bonuses that you're earning. So this is saying that you enroll 4, they enroll 4, etc. And the matrix on average is making $800 per month. Even if you cut that one more time and they just have it maybe 5% of the potential of the matrix and they're making $400 per month, that's still paying over $65,000 per month just in the matching bonuses. So again, there's tremendous income that can be made in the compensation plan. And even if it's 10% of that and they're making $40 per month, it's still an extra $6,500 per month plus the $8,800 that you're making. Just that alone, you're looking at over $200,000 per month in residual income, and that's just if they're averaging $40 per month. So again, I also want to point out that it allows the pay to go very deep, and this is just showing 4 levels of the 12%, and it actually pays 4 generations. So even though it's maybe not realistic as far as everybody getting 4 and stuff like that, we are showing nowhere near the actual potential of the compensation plan, and this is really just here to demonstrate the power in the matching bonuses and the amount of money that can be made. Now the next thing we're going to do is just, if you want just the simplistic approach of the plan, it's just what we said. And if somebody wanted to just get their business to at least $10,000 per month and say, man, what would I need to do? It doesn't matter if it took me 90 days, 9 months, 12 months, 2 years, 3 years, what type of business would I need to build in order to do that, and what exactly would I need to do? And that's really what we've come up here with, is just a very simplistic approach. And you can change the timeline here. This is what we're going to cover for people that want to move fast and put in a little bit of effort, because the reward at the end is powerful. But this is just based on finding 4 people, qualifying for the guaranteed minimum check, and then teaching them to do the exact same thing. So find 4 and teach 4. Now the time frame that we put to this is 2 weeks. If you're excited about the business and you go out there and get the word out, you should easily be able to find 4 people in 2 weeks. But again, if it's not 2 weeks, it's 2 months, it doesn't matter. If it's not 2 months, it's 4 months. There's no time limit. So we're just going to go 2 weeks. You find your 4 people. That's going to qualify you for the minimum check, guaranteed minimum check of $40. Now what are they going to do? You're not going to have to find 4 people every 2 weeks. You're just finding 4 people in 2 weeks, working with them, teaching them to do the same thing. So weeks 3 and 4, those 4 get 4, which is 16 more, total of 20, and you're still making the guaranteed minimum check of $40. If you remember when we went through the compensation plan, it pays $1 per person on the first 2 levels. So your check would actually be $20, but because we have the guaranteed minimum check of $40, we add $20 to your check and you get the $40. Now weeks 5 and 6, nothing else changes. Just those 16 go out and get 4. That's a total of 64 people joining your organization in that 2-week period, a total of 84 in your first 6 weeks. Weeks 7 and 8, nothing else happens, just the same thing. Those 64 get 4. That's 256 new distributors. That's going to put a total of 340 in your first 2 months, approximately $660 in commissions. Again, we don't have any superstars here. We just have people going out there, putting a lot of effort into their business for 2 weeks, finding 4 people, and teaching them to do the exact same thing. So those 256 go out and find 4. That's 1,024. That's a full 4x5 matrix right there, paying over $10,000 per month. But we'll go ahead and carry out the full 3 months or 90 days. Weeks 11 and 12, those 1,024 go out and get 4. That's 4,096. And now you're making over $20,000 per month. Again, divide that in half, it's still over $10,000. So this is a plan of action. And if you think that finding 4 people in 2 weeks is unrealistic based on your skill set, your background, your experience, then move that to 2 months or move that to 4 months. If it's 2 months, you'd be making $21,000 per month in 1 year. If it takes you 4 months, you're only finding 1 person per month, you're making $21,000 per month by the end of your 2nd year. And that's if you're only duplicating that effort. So again, this really isn't a guarantee by any means, but it's just there to show you that there's some income to be made, and this truly is about creating duplication in the business. It's not about going out there and having to sponsor 100 people yourself. If you can go out there and just focus on, okay, my goal is to get my product paid for. So I'm going to go out and get 4 people. My second goal is to help them get their product paid for and help them get 4 people. And if you just continue to teach that, whether it's 12 weeks or 12 months, the income that can be made is definitely life-changing. Now this last slide that we're going to go over here is, I hear all the time when people say that, oh, that's unrealistic, people can't imagine making $20,000 per month, and maybe that's true, but the question is it possible? Of course it's possible. But in order for that to happen for you, first, you've got to believe in yourself again. There's so many people, for whatever reason, that have just given up on their dreams, given up on their hopes. They had great intentions of what they were going to do, and they've just given up. And so the first thing that you have to do, if this is going to work for you, is you have to believe in yourself again. And I believe in this saying by Henry Ford: whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. So hopefully this shows you some of the income potential that's possible with the EPX plan, and gives you enough information that you can use this information to set your financial goals. Whether you want to make an extra $100 or $200 per month just to take some of the stress off, or maybe to go out to dinner or take your spouse out on a date or something like that, or maybe you want to make an extra couple thousand a month and get a new car, pay down some credit card debt, or whatever that is. This can show you that it's definitely possible with the EPX plan by just going out there and helping people. So again, hopefully this explained a lot more information, and I hope you have a fantastic day.